You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
Hello. Have you learned anything while you were gone?
You tell the Rosalka her true name.
Alyssa. Yes, that was my name. I'm starting to remember things now. I was going to be married. My fiancé and I came down to the lake for an evening swim. We were skinny dipping, actually. And then he wanted to, well, you know, but I wouldn't. So he drowned me. He always did have a low frustration point. That's how I became a Rusalka.
Now you may be wondering, how did we know the name Alyssa? Because when we went to the graveyard, we clicked on all the tombstones, and you'll remember that one of the girls named Alyssa was in a watery grave, and I believe her boyfriend was named Janos, and that was right next to her. So that's how we knew her name. It would be nice, I will admit, if we had to actually type that in. It would be a little more interesting, you know, what is her name? Type in Alyssa. But, you know, it's okay. Let's give her a flower.
Thank you. That's really very sweet. You are the kindest man I know.
And now let's tell her the truth. First off, greet.
So what else did you learn about hailing me? I am kind of curious.
Tell about the cure.
You're going to sweep the grave of my fiancé with my hair in a broom?
Basically, yeah.
Won't that make him mad or something?
Yes.
You'd better be careful. He had a nasty temper, remember?
And how do we get broom?
That didn't do it.
How do we get the hair? Maybe we have to ask her. Hair.
You want some of my hair? Sure. Here, I've got plenty of it. How do you think I'd look with short hair?
No comment. Tell me about your fiance.
You know, I can't even remember the jerk's name. Just as well we didn't get married.
Skinny dipping.
I guess I've been skinny dipping ever since. Care to join me?
No, not really. Say goodbye.
Please, be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you because you're trying to help me, you know.
It's okay. So now what we can do is we can interlace the hair with the broom. You interweave the Rusalka's hair with the straw on the broom. There we go. Now we just gotta wait till nighttime. The best thing we can do with that is head to Dr. Cranium's, get some potions, go work out on the workout machine, cast some spells. You know, we probably don't want to go through all our mana today because we were told that there's a good chance that he may rise up from the dead, so we may have to fight an undead tonight. Definitely don't want to use all our mana up. Oh, it's another rabbit. I hate killing these rabbits. One, I hate killing rabbits because they're so dang cute, even though they're murderous in this game. But two, it's, you know, they're not that big of a deal. You can easily take them out. So here we are in town. I'm gonna go do all that stuff that I said I was gonna do. We're probably gonna practice throwing today. That might be a good thing to do. And then I will see you guys then. FlightlessBird, if I throw 350 rocks, what will happen to my body? Well, our throwing has gone up from, I don't know what it was originally, but now it's at 383. I think it was at 300, so our throwing went up almost all the way to 400. Surprisingly, our weapon use went up. I think that was from fighting the rabbit. Our strength went up, our agility and vitality all went up. Part of that is because we dumped into our health stat as a way to expedite the EXP process. Because if you only use your stamina and you don't use your health, you can't really get far each night. It is now nighttime. It is day 9. Well, it's not fully night yet, but it's close. I'm going to drop the speed just a little. And we're going to sleep for another 30 minutes. Now it's nighttime. And our next stop is the graveyard. We also know that there's a wraith just to the east of the graveyard. Actually, it's right here. Ah, shoot. I'm not ready for this. Aura.
You cast the aura spell. A gentle glow suffuses your body.
Forgot it was right here. Okay, so we need to quickly attack because we're still taking damage. Okay, the Wraith is attacking, but it should be no match for our spells. All the Wraith can do is just cast magic, and as long as we stay on the offensive, the Wraith will die.
Wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
And this is why I love being a magic user in this game, because magic is so amazingly awesome.
The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a jewel-studded tiara, 6 gold crowns, 40 kopecks, and a few old bones.
Most important thing there is the bones. We need the bones for Baba Yaga's meal. I don't know what you really do with the tiara though. That's a mystery to me. I mean, it just says we have, it's right here, jewelry. This fine jewelry is undoubtedly very valuable. I don't know what you do with the jewelry. Maybe I'll have to look that up. Okay, so this was Alyssa's grave.
Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
I'm mistaken. That is Janos' grave. This is Alyssa's grave.
This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Alyssa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains."
Okay, now we want to save, because this could be very deadly. And we want to use our broom over Janos' grave.
Your order has evaporated.
Great. Perfect timing. Here's another Wraith. Once again, rinse and repeat. Flame dart for the win. But our health is going down, and we probably will die. Yep, we died. Love to death. Rysolka's unfaithful lover got you. Why do we die? Because our aura ran out just as we used the thing. Because our aura skill is absolutely pathetic. This is why aura is so important.
You can't.
It saves our life, literally speaking. Okay, let's try that one more time. That's what happens when you fight a Wraith without the aura spell, by the way. What if you're a fighter and you don't have the aura spell? I'm not sure. I've never been a pure fighter in Crucible 4. Maybe you should use your charm of some kind. And there the Wraith goes.
You have destroyed the untrue lover's ghost and avenged the Rysolka's memory. Nice work if you can get it.
Hoorah! We can now save the Rysolka. However, since we are here, since it's not midnight and we have some time, why don't we go ahead and go into the crypt? I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. Drop a new save. And we will easily just walk right into the crypt. Unlock door.
You turn the large skeleton key in the crypt door. With a sound like the groaning of an undead spirit, the massive door yawns wide open.
Okay, that's the creepiest description of a door opening I think I've ever heard. Thank you for that, narrator.
You are in a dark, dank crypt, filled with bas-relief figures of long-departed knights and statues of the Grim Reaper. Stairs lead back up to the entrance. A brightly colored copy of the Borgov crest adorns part of the floor. Your danger sense tingles slightly as you enter the dark confines of this crypt.
Yeah, no duh. Let's go ahead and look around first.
You see a coffin cover bearing a bas-relief sculpture of a knight. Oh, such a cheery sight. It's a statue of the Grim Reaper, harbinger of death.
Wonderful. House of Borgov. So we have a puzzle. And this is probably one of my favorite all-time types of puzzles because in its simplicity, it's just brilliant.
Some of the stones on this crest feel loose. You need to push them in the correct order to open a lock.
So I'll give you a second. How do you open a door with tiles you have to press. And the only clue you have is House of Borgov, with Borgov all in capital letters. Well, if you remember our thief adventure, the bad boys yell, I think it was BBY. This, however, is basically the same thing, except this is the colors of the rainbow. Roy G. Biv. So when you have B, that should be blue, O is orange, R is red, G is green, O is orange, and V is violet. And there's a key.
Spelling out the name Borgov in colors has caused a secret compartment to open in the crest. Inside is a small key which you add to your keyring.
Excellent.
Your aura has evaporated.
It doesn't last long.
It's a figure of the Grim Reaper, harbinger of death. At the base of the statue are the words, "Greet the Reaper."
So here you had to actually greet the Reaper?
As you shake hands with the Grim Reaper statue, the door at the top of the stairs opens. You quickly make your escape from the deadly crypt.
And that's how you exit the crypt. And you heard the sound, meaning we got points for that. However, I want to go back in there.
The door...
Yes, it's...
All right.
I didn't mean to pick the
You
lock.
hear a sharp snick as your lockpicks catch the tumblers just right. The crypt door opens.
I didn't mean to pick the lock, but, you know, it worked, so all's good. I am really worried about our stamina, though. So I don't think... Well, we're going to need to sneak if we're in the castle.
You see a coffin cover bearing a bas-relief sculpture of a knight.
We'll wait to sneak until we get upstairs. There's a small grating on the floor for drainage. Is there anything in the grating?
You find nothing but slimy mold under the grate.
Aw. I was hoping to find like some sort of thief sign.
You see a coffin cover.
Another one of a knight.
The coffin cover is decorated with a bas-relief sculpture of a knight. Searching carefully, you see a small hole that looks like a keyhole in the sculpture.
And that's what the key is for?
The small key from the crest opens a lock in the relief. You open the coffin lid to reveal a dark passageway leading deep into the mountainside. After following the dark passage for several minutes, you come out into a castle chamber. The bookcase closes behind you, and there is no obvious way to open it again.
And looking around this room here, you'll see some tables, a chair, the bookshelf, and this candle.
The chandelier provides scant light to the gloomy room. One of the candles has gone out and is dangling from the chandelier at an odd angle.
That's how you would get back in here. Okay, I'm gonna put yet another save because I'm incredibly paranoid because I don't remember if this place is dangerous. I can only imagine it's dangerous, right? Do we want to go left or right? If you know me, we always go left. However, we want to make sure we grease all the doors so no one hears us prowling in this area.
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges.
So we can open, knock, force, pick, listen, or peer. We want to listen, actually want to peer. Peer through keyhole.
You don't see any sign of life or movement beyond the door.
So now we know that no one's on the other side, we should be able to open it. And we have a tower. Let's climb the tower. We'll use oil on this.
You hear voices beyond the upper door. Two people seem to be having an argument in the next room.
Oh, really?
You feel an almost overwhelming sense of danger beyond the upper door. Something, or someone, lies in wait there for the unwary.
Oh, that's not good.
You carefully oil the door hinges to prevent revealing squeaks.
Now, part of me wants to go right in the door to see what happens. And it's that part of me that says, let's drop a save and actually see what happens. Open door.
Ignoring the voices, you fling the door open and stride through into the castle's great hall. The door's rusty hinges give out a squeak as you open
Oh,
it.
that's not fair. I boiled it.
Everything is going according to plan. My plan. I am not interested in your petty revenge scheme.
You cannot trust him. He will attempt to destroy you the moment he realizes what you truly are.
No, he is already attracted to me. I want him to act from his own free will and not be some puppet whose string I hold. After all, if I only wanted a puppet, I could have used you.
There will come the day, Katrina, when I will be the Dark Master, and you will be only a memory.
You would love to destroy me, wouldn't you? You hated me from the moment we met, but you thought you could use me, didn't you? You were blinded by your own ego. I have always been your master, and you my mere apprentice.
I will have my revenge.
On whom? The hero or myself?
Both of you.
Oh, it is so easy to make you lose your temper. That's why you will never be the Dark Master. You let your overwhelming pride override your thinking.
So it seems like we opened it and then we got the heck out of there. So there were no consequences for us doing that. And more importantly, it's a little too loud. More importantly, we just found out something that's pretty mind-blowing. Ad Avis, so we assume that's Ad Avis, called Katrina his master, and she looked totally different. And she had fangs. Did you see there were teeth? Listen to that door.
You carefully open the door just a little so you can hear better and look through the crack. The door's rusty hinges give out a squeak as you open it.
Looks like they're gone. So we weren't punished for doing that. That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping that, you know, Ad Avis would fry us like a bug when we did that. But I guess that didn't happen.
The family crest of the Borgovs holds a commanding position over the room. This statue depicts a man holding a long staff. Either the boyars had mages among them, or he liked to walk in the mountains.
But again, more importantly, we learned that Katrina isn't
Carefully oil the door hinges.
who she says she is. And we were kind of worrying about that when the fortune teller was going
A few
on.
drops of oil run down the door and drip on your shiny shoes. However, you have also managed to oil the door hinges.
But yeah, at the same time, the fact that Ad Avis's master is Katrina,
You feel
that's-
a strong sense of sorrow and loss.
that's just wild. Yes, wild like that.
Carefully oil the door hinges to prevent revealing squeaks.
And this ghost, by the way,
It's as white as a sheet. Perhaps it's the ghost of some poor benighted soul who fell to his death while trying to take in the laundry. You shiver as the ghost passes through you. A cold chill remains behind.
so this ghost here, unfortunately, you can't do anything with. It's just on a loop of this room. I guess they do that to just inspire
Carefully oil the door
terror,
hinges to prevent revealing squeaks.
you know, of this place, which I don't blame them. This place is pretty scary. Peer through keyhole.
Peering through the keyhole,
No threatening activity. So we can go on in.
straight
It's really hard to click on things sometimes in this game. Ah, I see a chest.
that didn't do it.
Or a safe.
The chest is locked.
Look for traps. Come on, green. Show me a green.
You take 15 crowns from a pouch in the safe. The safe also contains several papers and some old clothes, but they have deteriorated with age and are worthless, so you leave them.
Okay. Let's search the drawers.
You take 6 kopecks that you find loose in the cabinet.
It's not the drawer I said to look at.
The cabinet is empty, save for a thick coating of dust.
And check this one.
The cabinet is empty.
Same thing. This is a really nice painting though.
The sprawling castle watches over a lush and prosperous landscape. Obviously a fantasy piece.
Let's use the oil here.
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges.
And let's open it. Actually, peer through first.
You don't see any
No sign of life, so we can open it.
door hinges squeak in protest as you open the door.
Why does it do that? We oiled it. Maybe you have to oil both sides.
You carefully...
It's just, I don't understand that. Climbing up yet another tower. So if, like, this place didn't have enough towers. Peer through keyhole.
Peering through the keyhole, you see...
No threatening life. That means we can open it without any issues. Okay, left or right? Once again, always like to go left.
You carefully...
Peer.
You don't see...
No sign of life. Open. Check the drawers again.
The cabinet...
Cabinet's empty.
The
Cabinet's empty. And empty. Sorry if I'm going a little fast here. It's just the text dialogue keeps repeating itself. Peer through keyhole.
You don't see...
No sign of life. We're good to go. Open door. And more cabinets. Check.
The cabinet is...
Cabinet's empty.
The
Empty.
The cabinet...
Cabinet's empty.
The cabinet...
Empty.
The
And empty. Man, so many empty cabinets. Okay, we're gonna oil both of these doors while we're here, but we're gonna take the left side first. Peer through. No sign of life. Let's go ahead and open it. And we have, once again, a long climbing staircase. Man, how big is this castle? Well, it's actually pretty big. We saw it.
Carefully oil... You straight...
I don't want to straight out my books. I want to peer through keyhole.
Through the keyhole, you can see what appears to be a child's bedroom. A large and dangerous-looking, ape-like creature sits near the door.
Huh. Save it. And let's knock on the door.
You politely knock on the door. Fortunately, there's no response.
Let's open the door.
You sense that something is very wrong here, but not immediately dangerous. The creature does not seem to be openly hostile, just very protective of the child. There is a feeling of coldness about the child that fills you with sorrow and a touch of fear.
And we got a door slammed in our face.
Who is it, Toby? It's not polite to slam the door in strangers' faces, is it, Toby? Then ask the stranger what he wants.
Hello.
You say, hello.
Hello? Do you live in the castle now, too?
Do you know you're pale and do you have teeth? Talk about yourself.
You tell about yourself.
I never met a real hero before. Why'd you come here?
You start to tell what you're doing here.
Toby, it's not polite to interrupt. How many times do I have to tell you that?
This girl reminds me of Elsa and Toro. You remember Toro, the Minotaur from Quest for Glory 1? You know, this big friendly monster who's guarding a child. It's the same thing. Hello, miss. Tell me about Toby.
Toby's my best friend. We play games and tell stories, and I never had a real friend before.
Aww.
Toby says I'm his best friend too.
Aww. What are you doing here?
My name is Tanya, and this is Toby.
Tanya.
What's your name?
My name is Devon Aidendale. It's nice to meet you. Do you have any parents? Although you just say your name is Tanya. So are your parents the innkeepers? Because we were told they lost a child named Tanya.
My mommy and daddy don't like me anymore. I did something bad and now they don't want to see me ever again. Sometimes I miss my mommy and daddy. I know, Toby, you and Aunt Trina take good care of me. I wouldn't want to leave you ever. But I still miss my mommy.
Aww.
Toby used to visit me at the inn. My mommy and daddy would not like it if they saw Toby. They wouldn't let me play with him, so I didn't tell them about him. One day, Toby brought me a beautiful doll. I never had a real doll before. I named her Vanna. But when my mommy saw Vanna, she got real mad. She tried to make me tell about Toby. My mommy and daddy yelled at me. They scared me. They took Vanna away, and they wouldn't let me see her ever again. I didn't want them to do that to Toby, so I ran away with him. Aunt Trina says my mommy and daddy won't like me now. She says they will be scared of me like they were scared of Vanna. I don't want my mommy and daddy scared of me. I will never go back again. I know, Toby. You should go now. I don't want to talk about bad things.
Hey, it's okay. I'll change topic. Sorry. Talk about being a vampire.
That's a scary thing. That's how come we always used to have garlic all around at the inn.
You do know that you're a vampire, right? Tell me about the garlic.
Mommy and I used to braid the garlic and put it up all over the place to keep out the bad things. I don't like the smell of garlic. I had to wear garlic around my neck all the time. Now I have a pretty necklace instead. See? Isn't it pretty?
It's very pretty.
The necklace is on a choker chain, completely covering the little girl's throat.
Sure, it's very pretty. What do you remember of the inn?
A long time ago, I used to live at the inn. But now I get to live here. I don't have to be afraid of the bad things all the time. Now I have Toby to protect me.
What of the castle?
This is where I live now. I have this whole room to myself and Toby. Sometimes I get to go to the hall with Aunt Trina and play with Cuddles.
Cuddles? I'm afraid to ask. What is Cuddles?
Cuddles is Aunt Trina's pet hound. He's my friend too.
Pet hound. Tell me of your aunt. This the same Katrina that we just heard wants dark things?
Aunt Trina says she will be my friend and take care of me. I like her. She gives me nice things. She sent Toby to me. She says I'll be her little girl forever and ever.
Okay, I don't know if that's nice or very creepy.
That's the place with the big fireplace and all the fancy statues. Sometimes I dance for Aunt Trina there. It's fun. Except when the dark man is there. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either. Tell me about this dark man.
I don't like the dark man. I wish Aunt Trina never brought him here. Mean. I stick out my tongue at him all the time.
Translation. You go, girl.
Toby doesn't like the dark man either. Toby says the dark man can't be trusted. You should stay away from him.
It's kind of weird because the beast, once again, it's like Toro. It's a very honorable beast that just loves the girl that he's trying to protect. And yet, at the same time, she speaks really well of Katrina and how Katrina is super nice and takes care of her and loves her. It's weird. Tell me of the dance. I don't know if it's Stockholm Syndrome or something else.
Aunt Trina says I dance very well. I like to dance, especially up in the air. That's really fun.
Sounds like Beetlejuice. Up in the air?
Sometimes Aunt Trina and I dance all over the room. We dance on top of the statues and everything. It's like flying around.
Yeah, it's exactly like Beetlejuice. Hi, Toby. What do you know of vampires?
Toby says you ask too many questions and you need to go away now. Toby, you're being mean.
Tell me yourself, Toby.
Toby says he's here to protect me and make sure no one will hurt me.
And what of the child?
Toby says I'm supposed to stay in my room and not talk to strangers.
In the castle?
Toby says that we live in the castle and you should go away. Toby, it's not nice to tell people to go away. You're supposed to ask them to go.
Enough already? Do you have any flowers left? Yes. Can we give you a flower?
I haven't seen flowers in a long time.
It's a nice thing to do. We have candy, but is this garlic? Several small pieces of taffy twisted paper. It does say it's garlic. Let's save first. I would hate to, you know, cause a monster to eat us because we gave her garlic.
Nothing.
I didn't mean to do that. Garlic.
Sorry, but my parents said I should never take candy from strangers. Besides, I don't like candy anymore.
Okay, I'm just trying to be nice. Let's look around, shall we?
It's a big, nasty-looking hairy monster, and it's looking right back at you with a very hungry expression. She's a lovely little girl, although rather pale. Her glowing golden eyes really set off the highlights in her hair. She does appear to have a bit of an overbite problem.
Yeah.
The candelabras illuminate this room at night. This clown is pretty funny looking. Reminds you of a gnome you once knew. A chest of drawers probably holds clothes for a child.
Is that a giraffe?
The polka dot horse looks big enough for a child to ride.
Now, we were told to give the doll to her by the domovoy, right? Talk about the innkeepers.
You tell her about the innkeepers.
I miss my mommy and my daddy. But I can never go home.
Aww.
Not now.
Aww.
Toby says this is my home now.
We can give her the doll. Where's the doll at? This.
What is that? Toby, let him in. Toby, he has our dolly. Vanna, I thought I lost you. Look, Toby, it's Vanna. Thank you for bringing her to me. I thought she was lost. Where did you find her?
Can we tell her about the doll? Tell about her mommy.
You tell Tanya how her mummy misses her.
I miss my mommy too. Sometimes I want to cry, but I can't anymore. I just feel sad.
Aww. Going home.
I can't go home again. And Aunt Trina says that This is my home now. She says that my mommy and daddy will think I'm a bad thing now, and that they won't love me anymore. Toby says this is my home now, and he loves me very much.
Aww.
I wish my mommy and daddy didn't think I was a bad thing. Then maybe Toby and I could visit them.
Tell me about the doll.
Toby gave her to me. Mommy didn't like her. She kept trying to make me tell where I got Vanna from. Mommy wouldn't let me play with her. I was afraid Mommy wouldn't let me play with Toby anymore. Toby was my only friend. I didn't want my mommy to make Toby go away. I told Toby all about it, and Toby brought me here to Aunt Trina. She never takes my toys or friends away. Never.
Tell me about Mommy.
Mommy and I worked hard all the time to keep the inn nice and clean. And then my mommy, she never had time to play or sing anymore. And when it got night, she made me go to bed all by myself in the dark. It was really scary. I was afraid the bad things would get me. But nobody heard me when I cried. When I went out to the inn, Daddy would yell at me to get back to bed. I was scared. Daddy wouldn't let me have a candle or anything. He said it would bring the bad things. I didn't like the dark. But then, Toby came to my window at night. He would hold me, and he would talk to me, and he would tell me he would keep the bad things away from me all night. And I didn't have to be scared again, because I had Toby. When my mommy took my doll away, I was afraid she'd make Toby go away too, so I went away with Toby. Now I'm not afraid of the dark. I like the night. Aunt Trina says the bad things will never get me now, and I have Toby to take care of me. But sometimes I still miss my mommy.
Aww. Tell me about your daddy.
My daddy used to be happy. He would take me out walking around and talking to everyone in town, and the inn was always busy with new people to talk to, and I could stay up and dance while my mommy sang for people. Then the rains came, and then people didn't come to the inn anymore, and Daddy said that there were too many bad things. He wouldn't take me walking anymore. He made me go to bed when it got dark, and he said the bad things would try to get me.
Say goodbye. Actually, do you have anything new to say? Aunt Trina.
Toby says Aunt Trina is his master. She sent Toby to be my friend so I would never have to be afraid of the night again. Yeah.
Bad things.
Toby says I'm not a bad thing. It's just Mommy and Daddy who think I'm a bad thing now, but I'm not their child now anymore.
Tanya.
Toby says I have to stay in the castle. People might get scared and try to hurt me in the town. And I have to go to bed in the daytime now. He says you should go because you make me sad. Thinking of my mommy and daddy makes me sad.
I'm sorry. Toby.
Toby says he wants me to be happy and he'll do anything for me. He says he'd take me back to the inn, but someone would try to hurt me, so he won't.
So you would actually set the child free. Such a noble creature. Say goodbye.
You say goodbye to Toby and Tanya.
Goodbye. Come again some other night.
Now you may wonder, FlightlessBird, is there anything we can do for this child? The answer to that is Yes, just not yet. So we will have to return to Tanya some other time. But now that we met her and her wonderful monster friend, we know a little more about her. Let's peer through this door.
You don't...
No sign of movement. Let's open it. So you remember a long time ago when we said, you know, maybe Katrina was... I'm trying to find my oil, by the way. You remember a long time ago we said Katrina maybe is the daughter of the one who lives in the castle? Now we know that the daughter is Tanya.
You carefully...
And the master of the castle is actually Katrina, which breaks my heart.
Peering through the keyhole.
I mean, Katrina was pretty awesome. She looked after us. She took care of us. She was the first face we saw, and now we know why she was the first face we saw. Hello?
There's nothing hidden under the rug. The sprawling... After several minutes spent analyzing this piece of furniture, you reach the brilliant conclusion that it must be a bed. The castle doors are sturdily constructed of oak with brass bindings.
So we're in a bedroom. Is there anything here?
You sense no magic in this area.
Moving on. Let's backtrack, shall we?
You're getting tired.
Ah, shoot. And for some reason, we are magically walking in midair. That's amazing. I can't say enough about that. Okay, we need to leave. And then we're gonna have to come back here another day. There's still more of the castle that we haven't explored. We haven't gone the right path yet from the entrance. And we haven't gone the right path here. Let's go ahead and go right here and hope that we can get a quick way out. Let me save. And let us peer through the keyhole.
You don't see any...
And open the door. We have a bench here.
A long bench sits against one wall.
It's gotta be the weirdest bench in history. Oh, well, let's sleep. Okay, I don't really want to sleep here. But I want to see what happens. What happens if we sleep here? Will anything, like, kill us?
This would not be a good place to sleep.
Okay, I guess you can't sleep here. I think the whole purpose of that maybe is to, like, waste time so if you come in during the day.
Door hinges squeak in protest as you open the door.
Well, they never gave me a chance to oil this door.
You carefully...
Okay, let's do this. And then we got some cool things here.
Stained glass forms a wheel pattern high on the wall.
And some books.
The bookshelves are full of incredibly exciting works, such as 250 years of Boyar ledgers and first-grade writing samples.
First-grade writing samples. Can we take any books?
There's something strange about the volumes of Tobin's Spirit Encyclopedia, subtitled To Pass Beyond the Veil, on these shelves.
This must be one of those slide bookshelves. You need to move the books in some order to make it work. Boyars, like many soul servants, have notoriously bad memories. You probably need to spell some common and appropriate word to open the bookshelf. So A-E-I-M-O-T-U-X. Entrance. E-T. Door. No D. Move. M-O. Is that a U or V? M-O-E. That didn't work. Here we go. E-X-I-T. Exit. That's a common word we're looking for. Sweet, so will this take us out, I wonder? Because we really need to leave, we're getting tired.
You can't. catch a brief glimpse of the elusive flash of wings on the other side of the door.
That doesn't sound good. Let's save. No, I kind of want to save under a different one now because it says we're getting tired. I'm actually getting tired in real life too. I need to go to bed here. But I want to finish this because this is pretty awesome. Open door.
You sense danger in the air, flapping on bat-like wings around you.
Great, we got a ton of bats. Can we sneak by the bats? Because I really don't want to have to fight bats. Nope, we gotta fight bats. Let's put it on auto here. Okay, let's take it off auto because he's using magic. Special attack. There we go. It is really hard to hit bats in this game because of the way the combat works. But if you put it on auto, you should have very little problem in knocking them all down. Come on, Devon Aidendale. Kill the last bat. Why are you jumping? Come on, swat it. Good job, Devon. Let's grease the door. Is there anything on this door?
Peering through the keyhole.
No threatening activity. Okay, good. Let's open it. It just makes sense that we have vampire bats in this place, right? We have some doors.
The cabinet.
Cabinet's empty.
The
Cabinet's empty.
You don't.
Can I get this last one, please?
You don't.
Come on. There we go.
The
Cabinet's empty. Okay, nothing else is here.
You can't.
Carefully oil the hinges, and we're gonna peer through the keyhole.
You don't see.
You don't see any sign of life, and now we're gonna open the door. We need to leave. It's a really nice room. I like the fire pit. And who is that? Is that the
I
boyar?
see a portrait of a tall, arrogant-looking nobleman dressed for battle.
It may have been a boyar. Let's peer through the keyhole.
You don't.
No sign of movement. I think I just lost hit points. That may be because we're getting tired. Oh, thank God we're here. Yes, should be able to hit the candle now.
You reach up to put the candle back. It's a fake candle. When you move it, a secret passage opens up behind the bookshelf.
And away we go. Woo. What time of day is it? It's getting dark. Thankfully, we're almost out. And all we have to do is head back to town. Well, we can do two things. We can head back to town, or we can head to Arana's Peace. Arana's Peace is actually not far from here, so that may be the better play. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to drop a save. And we're going to sneak all the way to the castle first to see if we can find Katrina. And if she's not there, then we will reload and then just head south to Arana's Garden. And then from Arana's Garden, we can hit the fortune teller early on the next day. Then we can come back here to get our potions. Then we can head... I hate bats. Can I deke them? Deke them? Yes. The only problem is I don't know if Katrina's here now because of these stupid bats. Oh, hey, Katrina!
At least for those not tough enough for the challenge. It comes in the form of two slavering necrotors.
Oh, you did come. I was beginning to think I would never see you again. It is so dangerous to wander in Mordavia. I was quite frightened for you.
Well, hello. Those things are creepy. Hello.
Oh, I was starting to be scared out here by myself. I'm so glad you are here. You make me feel so safe.
She doesn't have the teeth going on there. Is this the same Katrina that we saw in the castle earlier this evening? Because that doesn't seem like the same Katrina. Flirt.
Are you flirting? Usually it is the other way around. You are very attractive after all.
Oh, thank you. That necrotar is making way too much noise. Hush, puppy. Date.
Is not this a date? Meet me here and everything. I wanted so much just to see and speak with you again. You're very handsome, you know?
Aww. Kiss.
Oh, I would love to kiss you, but I do not think I will just yet. You are far.
Man, those nectars are really loud. Magic.
I do know a lot of magic. It has always been a part of my life. Perhaps you will never find it WIT.
How are you? End of the
I
dialogue?
must go now. Please, meet me again, say 3 nights hence. I will be
And we're gonna jump back over this wall as quick as we can. And we are going to... You know, it's kind of funny. I would like to say we're gonna get a good night rest, but... based on where we're sleeping, I do not know if that's gonna happen. But... let's see what Arana tells us tonight.
The sounds of battle rage around you. You hear once again the death screams of 100 brave warriors and friends. The darkness reaches for you. The tendrils of twisted magic writhe around you, sucking at your very soul. Your staff is torn away. Your magic is sheared from you, and you lie defenseless before the all-devouring blackness.
Your staff is torn away.
You are swallowed by the darkness. Now you draw forth the last of your power, your very life force. With your final spell, you bind the darkness from within and send it back to the chaos from which it came. It takes you with it.
So that makes me think that we were Arana in that
You
dream.
wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you.
Like before, we were dreaming that Arana was talking to us, but that time it almost felt like we were Arana because our staff was taken from us, which is the staff here. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so what time did we need to see Katrina? 3 days hence, so it's day 10 now, which was day 9. So it's either going to be day 12 or day 13. Why don't we just check at the castle day 12? I'm going to go ahead and do our daily things, which is get potions, go to Arana's Peace, and then, my friends, we're going to head to the Rusalka and see if we can't free her from her imprisonment and, you know, do the Paladin thing that we're supposed to do. Be a hero. See you next time, my flightless friends. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.